Topic number one, Dion, this past week, we got the AP poll released and saw many people like Ryan Hammer, for instance, tweeting out the importance of the sixth AP poll of the season because going back to 2004, every national title winner has been ranked in the top 12. So for this first topic today, I want to rank these 12 teams in order from most likely to win the title to least likely to win the title.
Okay. And it's the 12 teams that Ryan Hammer tweeted out yesterday about like how you have to be top. Okay.
Yep, it's the top 12 teams in the AP poll, so I can read them to you and we can go from there.
I can build a tweet up. It's all good.
So, well, I'll go and read it for the listeners as well. So, number one this week was Arizona. Number two was Michigan. Number three was Duke. Number four was Iowa State. Number five was UConn. Number six is Purdue. Seven is Houston. Eight, Gonzaga. Ninth, Michigan State. 10th, BYU. 11th, Louisville. And 12th, Alabama.
One's Duke.
You think Duke is the most likely team to win the title?
I don't. I think one's, all jokes aside, I think one's Michigan.
I think one might be UConn, but I don't feel that passionately to fight you on it.
We could put UConn one. I don't care.
Michigan is beating everybody by 40,
Actually,
but
no, we can't. We can't put UConn ahead of the team that beat them.
which was Arizona.
Yeah.
Do we want to go Michigan, Arizona, UConn? One, two, three.
If you feel super passionately about UConn one, I'm okay going Arizona, UConn, Michigan.
Let's do that. That feels right.
I think
Great.
Duke's better than all three of those teams, by the way. The reason I don't have Duke one is I just don't believe they have a point guard. Duke fans hate me for saying that about Caleb Foster. I just don't believe they have one though at the
There's
moment.
there's part of me that thinks Duke might actually be number one, the most likely title contender.
I genuinely believe Duke is number one. I also believe firmly in guards win in March. If you're asking me who should be the number one team in the country, Duke's number one. If I'm ranking who has the best ability to win the title, I think their guard play is going to hurt them across a 3 week stretch.
That makes sense. I think I can't go. I probably wouldn't go lower for four for Duke though, in terms of who I think will win the title. Or do you want to? Would you put them? Would you say like Purdue is more likely to win it?
No.
So what about? I know you're out on Houston. I'm assuming that hasn't changed. I
The
is I
farthest I'm willing to go on Duke is four, and even
okay.
this feels like a stretch.
Yeah. There's part of me that's like Duke should just be one, but we can hold off on that for now. I won't fight that too hard. Number five after Duke. Do we want to put Purdue there? Do you go Iowa
Iowa
State?
State.
You think Iowa State over Purdue right now? I guess
Iowa State
Iowa
smoked
State did
by
just beat them by a
yeah,
million. So
smoked about 30 at Mackey. Yeah, I do think Iowa State over Purdue right there. There's one other team I'm gonna have over Purdue too.
who's that?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga over Purdue. Could I talk you into Michigan State over Purdue?
No,
Really?
no.
Izzo turns back the clock.
Michigan
Rides
State's gonna
friend.
be pretty far down the list for me. You could probably convince me after we put Purdue on the list that Michigan should be above the rest, but like, no, I
That's
can't
fair.
shoot.
They can't, but they're friends and they have Izzo.
Yeah, friendship's overrated though.
That's true. Kobe and Shaq won three titles and they hated each other. So
Yeah,
should we Gonzaga at six?
Gonzaga produced 6-7.
Yeah, sounds right to me. Okay, so that leaves us. So we have 8, 9, 10, and 11 and 12 left. Houston is still on the board.
Yeah, they can stay on it.
Yeah, even me as a Houston guy, I can't quite get there. BYU, I don't know if I believe in the defense yet, but like they do rebound really well, which I like. I think they're more than just score a bunch of points. Louisville, Louisville just feels too unpredictable that I'm probably going to be lower on them. For this eight spot, you could talk me into Michigan State. You could talk me into Alabama. You could probably talk me into BYU. I think I would take all of them before Houston and Louisville at this point.
You could talk you into. I want BYU at 8.
BYU over Bama?
Yeah,
Where are you at on Alabama?
out.
Why's that?
Same team as last year.
What
They
do they
do the
do
three
though?
thing. They just do the three thing.
have a rebuttal for that, but I just think LeBaron Philon's really good, and Aiden Holloway and Jaleel Bethea have been awesome as well.
I think Philon's really, really good. He's not going to average 28 a game on 40% from three forever. And
That
what happens like when that stops?
that front court is really sketchy. Like they almost blew that game against Clemson because Clemson just had a trio of white dudes who were dribbling into post ups, and Aiden Sherrill blocked 8 shots and yet still gave up a lot of ground to that group. And I don't like Keaton Bristow was really good off the bench. I think it was that Purdue game that they still lost, but like respectfully, Keaton Bristow's a 6'10", more of a wing than a big who played at Tarleton State last year. So this is I'm good with BYU. I think the level that Richie Saunders is on right now, I said this in the preview for their Clemson game that will have happened by the time people hear this. Richie Saunders has shot 14 for 28 since going 0 for 7 from three against UConn. He's shooting 50% from three on 7 attempts a game since that loss to UConn. So I love the way that they're playing offense right now, and I think the defense can get there. So I'm good with them at number 8.
Yeah, I just think BYU is more talented than the other teams. Obviously, they're what, 7-1 it is?
Yeah, they've only
Or are
lost
they
one
eight
game,
and
or they
one?
might be
Yeah.
8-1. Yeah,
And it
semantics.
was a 2-point loss on a neutral. It was basically in Connecticut.
Yeah,
Like, let's
true.
be honest, it was basically in Connecticut. Like, that wasn't a neutral 2-point loss in Boston against a UConn team that I do think very highly of as well. I'm good with it. Like,
Yeah.
I think all things considered, BYU's as good as anybody in the Big 12 has been. I think the Big 12 is probably the best conference in college basketball at the moment.
As
We
our
can do Michigan State now, though.
yeah, I'm good with Michigan. Michigan State at number 9 feels right. As I'm hashing this out, should BYU just jump both Purdue and Gonzaga? Like they barely lost to the team that we're saying has the second best chance to cut down the nets with UConn.
Yeah, I don't know that I actually think UConn has the second best chance. I was just kind of going with what you were saying.
Fair.
That's why I think I'm cool with BYU at 8. I mean, I'm okay with them jumping Purdue.
All right, let's yeah, you got to get punished for the home loss. That I know I said in the comments isn't that big of a deal, but for the time being, Purdue, this is your slap on the wrist. BYU has
I might
jumped you.
be overreacting to this because like I'm essentially a Purdue fan this year. I think that game's a really big deal. I've
Fair.
watched it 3 times now. That game's a really big deal.
You've watched it 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times for as many units?
I watch every Purdue game 2 or 3 times. I
Wow.
dissect.
Dedication. People
Yeah,
say
that game's a
people
really
have
big
the
deal.
people have the gall to say you don't prep. That's ridiculous.
Well, I don't prep for the videos I do. That's the problem. I prep for everything I don't do. I'm on
Yeah,
like North Carolina Merrimack. I'm not watching any Merrimack tape. But like the Purdue video that I'll never be on, I'm locked in.
that's why you're special. That's why you're indispensable to this channel. But so for number 10, teams left on the board, Houston, Louisville, and Alabama. Can I get
I'm
my
cool.
tide here? Can we
I'm
get
cool.
huh?
I'm cool, Bama.
All right. LeBaron Philon legacy run through March gets you at number 10. So then
And
we're
then
between
Houston.
Houston at 11 over Louisville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like it would be disrespectful to put Kelvin Sampson below Pat Kelsey. I that feels right.
Guards do win in March, though, Louisville. Guards really, really do win in March. No one has better guards than Louisville.
It's true. It's just they feel like almost too casual at points. Like they went up 16 against Indiana, and that game never felt like it was in doubt. But as someone, I would say I'm invested in Louisville in the sense that I want them to win these games by 30 or 40. They did the same thing about Kentucky, where it's not. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking them for the wins because they did. I mean, they ended up getting decent margins of victory. It just seemed like they build these huge leads and let teams kind of hang around instead of just like foot on the throat. And when you have guards that are just the flamethrowers that Louisville has, I think that's the next level to hit those big shots to truly break a team's will. And the front court, I don't think has been bad or as much of a concern as people thought, but I would say I'm still a little bearish on Ali Khalifa playing real minutes for a title contender, which
Why is
he
that?
is.
No,
Yeah, I'm glad we don't need to clarify that one.
I'm